Thank you so much, sir. I leave the stage to you to charm us with your words.
Am I audible?
Yes.
Thank you. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Since morning, we have quite heavy dose of human resource development. We had a dose of technology. Now let's have something of life, which we generally ignore. Not now, right from the beginning, we hardly give importance to the life. So, Mr. Anand, when he contacted me that he looking some speaker on passion, I said the passion itself doesn't carry any meaning unless you add it with the life. So I coined this topic, how to live life with passion. And let's see that how I can in such a short time give value to all you all, whatever time you have invested in today. Right? So the topic being how to live life with passion. And the first quote which I say is always, if life is a battlefield, then why don't we live it like a warrior? And that is what I say arguably. Now the warrior here doesn't mean that we have to go to battlefield, everyone has to go to battlefield with the weapons and bullets. No. The warrior is the one who has to fight the demons within himself. And those demons are your fears, your fear of failures, your fear of rejection, your fear of judgment, your fear of log kya kahenge, ignorance, limiting beliefs, self-sabotaging traits. These are the biggest demons which you have to fight for. And let me tell you, the day you can fight these demons and you can win over it, then life will become the joyful. And that will be the topic of my subject today. So, once we talk about the life, the one very important factor comes with the passion. And I will today tell you that how passion plays a very important role in making your life beautiful and joyful and fulfilling. And that is what the aim of today's lecture is. And the warrior which I am talking about is a fearless, is a fierce and the fast action taker. Because unless you take action in your life, nothing is going to move. Generally in life what we keep doing is the procrastination. We don't take action and we expect that things will happen automatically. Ladies and gentlemen, nothing happens automatically. Even the God doesn't help those who don't help themselves. So, before I talk about the life itself, let me give you a little glimpse in a one-odd slide about my own life and how I evolved myself to talk about the life itself after having a varied experience. So, this is my starting army career as a lieutenant when I got commissioned in 1987. 1986 I joined Academy, Indian Military Academy as a young cadet, gentleman cadet. And within a year I became a lieutenant because I was an engineering graduate. So I directly got commissioned as a lieutenant. Served in the army for around 24 years. And when the things were not very rosy there, I took a decision. I took a decision to come from a secured life to an absolutely unsecured life. That is your corporate world, and that is my career of another 13 years, which I was as a corporate. Of course, I did enjoy that life as well, because if you are doing your job to your satisfaction, nobody else, your satisfaction, then you enjoy the job. So never do the things for somebody else's satisfaction. First you satisfy your inner strength, then you will enjoy the work. After that, another 13 years, that is around 3 years back, I took another transition from life that yes, enough is enough. Something I should do of my own, where I should impact the life of others. And that was, it is not that I did not impact the life during other time of my career, whether in army or corporate. Even before army, I worked 3 years Hindustan Aeronautics Limited, Department of Electronics. And leave aside, I did get through in railways and Tata Institute of Fundamental Research, but at one point of time you can serve only in one organization. So I had a varied experience, but despite all these things, something was missing. I wanted something more to do to the society, something more to do to impact the life of others. And that is where I decided to come to this mentorship and helping people in the larger sense. So right now I am a mentor at the Indian International Institute of Influencers, where I am mentoring some of the people, and solopreneur, as a solopreneur also I am mentoring the people. And my main theme is win life like a warrior. As I mentioned, what is the definition of warrior? That is my aim. So when I talk about this, I would like to ask, because this my session will not be a monologue, it will be more of interactive also. So I would like to ask you all, how many of you think that your life is your responsibility only? Please raise your hand. Yes, yes. So many people are saying their life is their responsibility. Very right. How many of you think that life is the most important thing in this universe than anything else? Please raise your hand. Yes, majority of it. Now, second question is, how many of you think that you know about your passion? Yes. And how many of you think that you know your passion and that passion is not a hobby? Yes, very few. So today, ladies and gentlemen, this will be the main thing, that you will know the difference between what is the passion, what is the hobby, and how that passion can be converted into a business or the thing which you satisfy yourself and be happy. Not just be doing something 9 to 5 and struggling like a, I don't want to use the word, but be happy at the end of the day. That is what the whole idea of this. So, before we get into that, what is life all about, let me just tell you what stages we go through. I have gone through, you all are going through, and we all who are sitting in the front have gone through. So those stages are, the first one is survival stage. Every one of us goes through this. Initial few years, 3 to 4, 5 years, we are running paycheck to paycheck, month to month. I have gone through that, and I am sure every one of you must have gone through that, unless you are born with the silver spoon. Next is your security stage. जब 2-3 साल हो गया और 4 साल हो गया, थोड़ा बहुत पैसा हो गया, एक मोबाइल ले लिया, एक गाड़ी ले ली, we feel कि yes, यदि किसी ने चेक भी कर दिया 2-3 महीने I can survive. So that is your survival stage. Okay, but still you are struggling. The next stage comes your success stage. When you reach that stage, when you are a maybe vice president or senior vice or maybe even CEO, but still let me tell you, you are not living your life. You are being dictated by someone else. You are not utilizing your own ideas. You are not able to implement those fully. And that is where you can call it a success. It might be monetarily, some decision-making power, but not still happy all around. So what is that stage where you feel happy and significant? That is the next stage, which we call it a significant or the fulfillment of life. And let me tell you, gentlemen, these young buddies, you must aspire to become significant in life, not just successful. And you can become significant. the organization, being in the job itself, you can become significant. There is something is called, in the corporate we call it a KPI, key performance indicator. Don't look for that. Become a key person of influence. Influence the things in the organization. Be someone who can influence, you can bring the value to the organization by your personality, by your values, by your knowledge. That key person of influence you should become, rather than simply looking forward to KPI and KPIs. Then the final stage of life is spirituality. It's nothing to do with your religion, nothing to do with your what I call puja part. It is pure science. But at this stage, once you reach, let me tell you, gentlemen, that is where you get total happiness, because here only you are contributing to the people, impacting the life of others. And let me tell you, from the childhood you must have seen, the moment you help someone, the biggest joy of life you get it then. And that is what you should look for from your life. How you can become someone at any stage where you can help others. And that is real significance or fulfillment of life. So let's go. Success in life is not what you get. We are running after the success. Significance in life is what you give. And that is the last statement you must always look for, significance in life. So why the people stay in survival and secure mode? Majority of the people, let me tell you, 90% people stay in these two states. Only hardly the 5% people go into significance or success stage. The reason is what you lack, the clarity. The clarity of thoughts, clarity of what you want to do in life, clarity of your direction, where you are heading. That is where you lack. That is the first thing you lack. Then the burning desire. बोलते ना पेट में भूख आग नहीं लगी हुई है. जब तक पेट में आग नहीं लगेगी किसी चीज को पाने की, rest assured you will never achieve it. So the burning desire, then courage. Why do we remain stagnant wherever we are? We keep blaming the organization, we keep blaming our seniors, juniors, parents, everyone, without realizing that you yourself don't have a courage to take action. And courage is not the opposite of fear, ladies and gentlemen. We misspell it or misinterpreted courage. We think that courage is opposite of fear. No. Courage is action taken in the presence of fear. And always remember, fear is nothing but it is a false evidence appearing real. 95% आप अपनी जिंदगी में सब लोग 15, 20, 40, 50 साल के हैं, सबने देखा होगा, fear is just a false evidence. एक बार आपने उसको ओवरकम कर लिया, then you realize, अरे यार ये तो कुछ भी नहीं था, मैं घसीट रहा था. That is what happens. Take action, and the more you give the time to the fear, it will become monster. And it doesn't go to only organization; it goes in every life, whether your personal life, relationship, whether your financial life. Everywhere it is the fear which stops you from becoming your version 2 or transformation 2 or your anything which you want to achieve in life. It's because of the fear you stuck. You don't take action, you procrastinate. So overcome that. Then finally, when you have a courage, then not only the action, it is the massive action you have to take. Once you have a clarity, once you have a desire, once you have a courage, it is not कर लेके आराम से जिंदगी में कर. No. Opportunity doesn't come just there. Once the opportunity strikes, take a massive action if you want to be really successful in life. If somebody must have appeared for competitive exam, whether civil services or any other competitive exam, unless you take a massive action, because such a competitive world, the one who takes massive action, he succeeds. Otherwise, if you are a mediocre, remain mediocre. Life doesn't give you a second chance. So now I model it. Now we come to the subject proper what Anand has given me. What is the ideal life actually? What is the dream life we call it. So let me tell you, or let me ask you, because as I said, it is not a monologue, I will keep asking you questions. What do you think should be the one important factor of your ideal life? Anyone?
Happiness.
Satisfaction.
How will you achieve happiness or satisfaction? Anybody else? Yes, ma'am.
What you will be remembered for.
Okay. Anybody else? Any wild idea? Okay. No suspense? Health is the one building block of your life, which we ignore most. आपने बुर्ज खलीफा का नाम सुना होगा ना? जब इतनी बड़ी बिल्डिंग आपको जिंदगी में बनानी है, the base has to be the strongest, and the base of that building is your health. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the one thing which we ignore most, and let me tell you, those who are working or not working or entrepreneur or businessmen, please, heaven's sake, don't ignore this. Give the topmost priority to this if you want to grow rich, or if you want to grow anywhere, whether in your health, wealth, relationship. Topmost requirement is your health, and that is your foundation, or that is your building of your life. And in health, it's not simply the health; it is the holistic health, and that holistic health includes mental health. How do you achieve mental health? Read some self-development book. How many of you must be reading a self-development or even read one self-development book? Can you raise hand? Good. I'm happy that quite a number of people, but at least less than 50%. So please read that. That will help you be mentally strong. Physical health, of course, everybody knows work out every day and then you become, because unless you are physically fit, mentally also you can never be fit. Then the social health. Your relationship, people around you, in your meet, in your team, in your company, in your family, unless you have that good relationship, ladies and gentlemen, you will never be happy. Any important factor, one more important factor of your happiness in your health is the social relationship. And finally, spiritual health. Again, I am not referring to any bhajan kirtan or like that, but I am saying spirituality means, my simple definition, how you help others. करके देखिए आप, हेल्प करके देखिए किसी की, आपको जो खुशी, जो हैप्पीनेस, जो शांति मन को मिलेगी वो किसी चीज से नहीं मिलेगी. That is the spirituality. So keep doing that. I am sure you will achieve your goal. So that is your basic foundation of your life, which is, I call it a dream life or ideal life. The next is, so this is MBS. The next is your passion. Now, you must be wondering where the passion falls. So it is where the second number, the passion comes in your dream life. Now, passion is what? Passion is nothing but it is a fuel which energizes you to do something till the time you achieve something. This is kind of fuel. That burning desire you call it. It is a passion. What is next in the ideal life? Your financial freedom. Of course, बिना फाइनेंस के आप किसी की मदद भी करना चाहेंगे वो भी थोड़ा मुश्किल होगा और you have to live a decent life, then again you need a financial freedom. That is your third pillar of ideal life. Finally, whatever you do, you should have a time freedom. If you have a hell of a money with you and if you don't have a time to enjoy, what is the fun of having that money? So do something where you have a time also for you or your family. That is another pillar of ideal life. And finally, the last one is impact. Unless you have in your life this impactful life, impacting somebody else's life, let me tell you, you have everything, but if you are not doing that, I am sure somewhere in the core of your heart you will be unhappy. So this is the framework of being or living an ideal life. So how do we achieve that? How do we go further? Let's see. This is the 3P model of modifying this entire life. And Madam has spoken about the purpose. Another gentleman has spoken about purpose. Mr. Balyan has spoken. So unless you have purpose or that clarity of life, देखो बचपन से जब भी हम पैदा होते हैं तो कुछ ना कुछ दिमाग में होता है, यार ऐसा दुनिया होती है और ऐसा वर्ल्ड होता है या ऐसा मेरा पड़ोस होता है, ऐसा मेरा शहर होता तो बड़ा अच्छा लगता मुझे। तो वो पर्पस आपने जिसके लिए आप इस प्लेनेट पर आए हो, यदि कुछ भी छोटा सा ढूंढ लिया, your direction will be right. So the first P is your purpose of your life, direction. And every one of you must find that what exactly you want from your life. किस लिए हो, क्या करना चाहते हो? यदि ये क्वेश्चन आप पूछोगे तो आपके दिल से आवाज आएगी कि भाई ये करो तो तुम्हें अच्छा लगेगा। Second thing is your passion. Now to achieve that purpose, the passion as mentioned is a fuel which drives towards your purpose. So the first is your purpose, then the passion, and that is where the passion fits in your ideal life. And the third thing is profit. You know why most of the businesses fail in the first 5 years? The reason is that they don't have any purpose. They don't have passion. हाँ, उसने एक मेडिसिन की दुकान खोली है, मैं भी एक खोल लेता हूँ उसके साइड में। उसने ये कि कंपनी बनाई है, एंटरप्राइज बनाया, मैं भी बना लेता हूँ क्योंकि मैं भी कोई सेम डिसिप्लिन का आदमी। बट यू डोंट नो व्हाट इज योर व्हाई। करना क्या चाहते हो यार, तुम्हारा मतलब दिल में क्या है, अंतरात्मा तुम्हारी क्या बोलती है, क्या अचीव करना चाहते हो, वो किसी ने सुनने की कोशिश नहीं की। एंड दैट इज द रीजन इन फर्स्ट 5 years you see the statistics fails, businesses fails. So unless you have all these three clear, you can never achieve anything in your life. So what is clarity basically? Now I am going on the nuts and bolts of, so you understand, because हवा में बात करने का कोई मतलब नहीं है. Basics you must understand that what exactly everything means. Now here we talk about the clarity. I know every one of you must be driving a car, और रात में भी सबने कार चलाई होगी. कार चलाते समय जब आप चलते हैं और अंधेरे में आप जा रहे हो, so how much you can see when the lights are on? How much one can see? Anybody? Yes? How much?
10 to 20 meters.
20 meter, 100 meter, maybe good floodlights, you can have a 200 meter. So clarity is something like that. You know, लाइफ में कभी आपको 100% क्लैरिटी नहीं मिलेगी. कुछ भी आप करना चाहते हो 100%. Why we don't do take an action, or why we don't go to the next step? Because we want 100% clarity right now. Without doing anything, we want clarity. We want result. So, like a car, unless you drive another 100 meter or 200 meter, you will not get clarity of another 100 meter. So first walk the talk for those 100 meter. Take action for that first 100 meter. And once you reach the next 100 meter, you will realize that yes, there is a clarity. Now I want to do this. That is the way to achieve something in life. You will not get clarity, 100% clarity, unless you take action. Yes, you might fail. Don't worry for the failure. Failure is not a stopping or end of life. Failure is a one step toward the success. Always fail forward, not backward. Fail forward is that you failed, you got up and again moved forward. That should be the attitude. Addition, you know, how many times he failed? 10,000 times. And despite that failing, he lost his lab. He again worked and finally invented the one where we are sitting right now in the illumination. Have that kind of attitude. And fail is always a first attempt in learning. So do you never fail? Either you learn or you succeed. Remember always. So that is the clarity. So why we don't take action? Because we fail. पहले से assume करके बैठ जाते हैं, यार मैं fail हो गया तो क्या? लोग क्या कहेंगे? That attitude you should get over it, and you will definitely do. I am sure. So the clarity, there are two components. One is your vision. Now you will say, what is vision is all about? I am talking. Normally, if you enter in some company, you must have seen बड़े-बड़े शब्दों में लिखा होता है, this is my vision and this is my mission. But उस vision and mission का मतलब क्या है? So the gentleman who has started, कभी आपको अपने जो owner है जिसने वो कंपनी शुरू की उससे पूछो, he will tell you. Because उसके दिल की आवाज थी कि मुझे ये करना है, मुझे ये वर्ल्ड में चेंज करना है. चाहे वो आईफोन का इन्वेंटर था, चाहे वो बिल गेट था, they wanted to do something to solve the problems of the people in the world. So that is the vision, how you want to see the world. That is the vision. It's a world view. Now next comes the mission. The something which you can live for throughout your life. जिसके लिए आप मर सकते हो, जी सकते हो, that is your mission. But it's specific. It's specific, time bound. What we call it is smart. Okay. So once you have a vision and mission, that becomes your purpose. That becomes your purpose. And thereafter, once you know your vision and mission, you break the mission into your goals, which are all could be smart goals, which are specific, measurable, okay, target oriented. So this goals, once you know, thereafter you convert it into the task. And once you have done the task and follow the entire cycle, you achieve your fulfillment and joy and happiness. So everything starts with the purpose. If you want to remain happy in the life, gentlemen, go with the purpose. Now, purpose in life is your why. मुझे जो भी करना है, क्यों करना है, क्या है, वो what is that inspiring me to do something, and that is your purpose in life. Even now, to find the purpose in life and to live that purpose in life, if you want to be happy, and that is who you are and what you want to become. So why the frustration start in जिंदगी में frustration कब होता है? कि आपका दिल तो कुछ चाहता है और कर कुछ रहे. आप सेल्स के आदमी हो और आपको बोलते कोडिंग करने बैठे, और कोडिंग का आदमी उसको बोला बेटा जाके सेल्स करके आता. फ्रस्ट्रेशन हो गई. You will not satisfy. So that is when we deny who we are, then friction and frustration start. No doubt, we all have seen that. So if you really want something, either solve million problems or solve a problem which is worth $1 million. Okay, everybody looking forward to becoming millionaire. But how? The simple formula: solve the problem of others. Then you can become a millionaire. So most business don't succeed because only few get into business to make difference in the other's life. Majority get into business just to make millions. And let me assure you, unless you are solving the problem in this universe, you cannot succeed in any field. Now the question comes, how to find the passion. Ladies and gentlemen, those who have got a pen and paper, I would like to make a circle. Just do an exercise of just 15 seconds. You will find your passion today. Just do it. And those who don't have, think in your mind. Think in your mind. So first thing, what is your passion? What is your that burning desire you want to do? Just think. Make a circle and write in that. Okay, make one circle. Now the second circle. Make a second circle which intersects the first one. And write skill in that. Now make a third circle which intersects other two. Now let me tell you the purpose. Let me tell you the purpose which is worth implementing, or the passion which is worth implementing if you want to become an entrepreneur tomorrow or today, or if you are already there, you can check for yourself. Now this intersection of three circles is your mojo, is your sweet spot. This is where your passion lies to do something. Now let me explain it in simple terms. The passion is of something doing, which is your hungriness, कि मुझे ये करना है. But वो hungriness से उसमें आपको स्किल भी है कि नहीं, ये तो देखना पड़ेगा ना. See, आपको कुछ तो है कि आप कुछ चाहते करना, लेकिन उसमें स्किल तो होनी चाहिए ना. Unless you have that skill, you can't follow that passion. Now once you know the skill, once you know the passion, then you have to see the demand है कि नहीं मार्केट में. उस चीज की डिमांड भी होनी चाहिए ना. There has to be market of that. So when you have a passion of something doing, then you see whether you have a skill in that, and then you see whether there is a demand, there is a market or not. Then only you will know this triangle, black triangle tells you this is where you can work for your passion. Because passion without monetization is a poison. Let me assure you. You cannot live with a passion unless you monetize that. So if you want to become an entrepreneur, solopreneur, or the businessman on your passion, then you have to follow these three steps. And let me tell you, if you are going the right side, you will succeed in that field. So 3 steps to build business around your passion. First is find an idea. Of course, every businessman, whether it was a aircraft invention, it went with the idea. They started in a garage. So you should have an idea in your mind. And every budding person sitting here have an idea. Then convert that idea into business viable solution. Of course, you have to convert that idea. And then market and sell your idea. That is the simple proposition of any business. So everything started with your passion. So it is idea generation first, productionization, and then monetization. Simple. But things start from your passion and purpose. Never forget that. So clarity of passion. How do we clarify or how do we decide that whatever passion I had is correct or not? So there are another 3 steps. We already understood that what is purpose or your why. Then in that purpose and why, what is your mission? We have seen. So the why is why I want to do this. मुझे ये करना है तो क्यों करना है? मेरे कौन से दिल की आवाज कहती है कि यही करो? What? उस दिल की आवाज को अचीव करने के लिए क्या करना है? और जब क्या करने की बात आएगी तो किसके लिए करना है? Whom I want to do? किस सेक्टर को या किस सेगमेंट ऑफ पब्लिक और किस सेगमेंट ऑफ पीपल और इंडस्ट्री आई वांट टू इन्फ्लुएंस, किस पे मैं काम करना चाहता हूं. एंड देन एग्जीक्यूशन. हाउ? आफ्टर हैविंग डन दिस, हाउ टू मोनेटाइज फाइनली. दिस इज द वायबल वे ऑफ वर्किंग when you start anything, whether at your individual level or in your companies or in your big organization. If you follow these steps, rest assured you will get the results. So the mission, basically what is the niche? We call it a bigger canvas, which is a niche. And micro niche, किसके लिए करना है? For example, I give my example. Like I am helping the people who are the mid-career professionals. Which segment, which age group, which people, ladies, gents, or anything else, where you want to help the people. That is your niche. Because you can't be good at everything. So you have to find your particular niche, and that is where you can put your burning desire, your entire effort, and achieve the results. When we call it a what, now I am giving you an idea, food for thought, that which are the major problems in this world which you can solve. Now let me tell you, ladies and gentlemen, every one of us is capable of some problem or other. Every one of us. It's only that you have to find your capability, inner self. that what problem I can solve. So the first is women's right. It's a very big problem in this world. Next is your education reforms. Because in our education system, nowhere these life skills are taught. We do MA, BA, PhD, engineering, MBA, everything. But when we talk about the life, hardly anyone is taught. And that is why maximum sufferings are happening. You open the newspaper today, every day, you find the kind of thing you don't feel like you're reading those. And why it is so? Lack of education. Basic, simple, and this is all given in our Shastra or our Granth. Every this education is there, but we have done away with that. And that is where we are suffering. Prison reforms, temperance, no to drugs or alcohol, abolition of slavery. This is the biggest problem, mediocrity. We are happy in the comfort zone. तनख्वाह आ जाती है महीने के महीने, we are happy. We don't want to get out of that comfort zone and take courageous action. Risk नहीं लेना चाहते. ठीक है यार, बहुराज बढ़िया. कहाँ से उतर जाओ? वहीं रहोगे जाओ. Take risk, calculated risk. I'm not saying go blindly. Calculated risk. So three main micro risks, just to give a food for thought. Health, wealth and social. Now in health, if you go further down, you can be fitness expert, you can be only for men, only for 40 years, first in Mumbai, only for marathon. There are many fields if anybody is looking for something. Now, ladies and gentlemen, just mind it, it's not only for when you want to do business or media, even in your organization. As I mentioned right in the beginning, you should become a key person of influence. And that key person of influence you can become provided you follow these steps. Anywhere you want to make a mark in your life, you have to follow these steps. So why there is lack of courage? Let me just tell you one more thing. Either we are paralyzed by fear of failure, we don't take action because we are always fearful, or we are limited by our limited belief. Limiting belief is, I am too old. I'm too young. This is not my cup of tea. No, I have not done this, so I will not do this. These are the limiting beliefs. So these are the two things because of which you don't take action and you don't become courageous in life. So the 5 deadly fears I will tell you, which every one of us go through, please overcome those. The first one is fear of failure. Never worry about the failure. Take action, you will succeed. You will succeed. Try and succeed. Second is fear of judgment. This happens in our corporate too much. Don't judge anybody. Don't judge anybody. If you want to be really good person, don't judge anybody. Everybody is capable. Fear of unknown. पता नहीं क्या हो जाएगा, मैंने ये कर दिया तो वो नाराज हो जाएगा, वो कर दिया तो वो खुश हो जाएगा. Just don't worry. Whatever your heart plus mind, gut feeling says do it. Do it, and let me tell you, result will always be good. Next is your fear of rejection. Your personal life, professional life, always your fear of rejection. And finally, the सबसे biggest problem to grow in life is लोग क्या कहेंगे. I call it LKG. मैंने ये कर दिया तो लोग पता नहीं क्या कहेंगे. मैंने वो कर दिया पेरेंट्स क्या कहेंगे. मैंने वो कर दिया तो मेरे फ्रेंड्स क्या कहेंगे. And because of these 5 things, we remain wherever we are. We remain stagnant wherever we are. आप स्टक हो गए एक ही जगह में, आप आगे बढ़ना ही नहीं चाहते क्योंकि पता नहीं मैंने कोई एक्शन लिया, शायद आगे जॉब ही नहीं मिला, पता नहीं भूखा मर जाऊंगा, फिर EMI भी दे रहा हूँ, बच्चों की फीस भी है, ये भी कर रहा हूँ, वो कर रहा हूँ, शायद हो सकता है कि आपको बस वही स्टैग्नेंट पड़े हुए थे. Gentlemen, be courageous. Take risk in life if you want to really do. And those who have grown, they have taken a humongous risk in their lives. No one has reached anywhere without taking risk. So, how to become fearless? The lion is always fearless, you know. He attacks even the elephants, who is much more powerful than that. Okay, so be a lion of your life. Lioness. First thing is that always remember fear is a false evidence appearing real. 99%. Let me tell you, or recall your previous life. आज से पहले जो भी किया है, 99% that fear is a false. जब आपने उस fear को overcome कर लिया, आपको सोचा यार ये तो कुछ था ही. So remember this. Don't feed time. किसी भी चीज का जब fear लगता है, अरे मैं कस्टमर से कैसे बात करूं यार, उसने तो एक बार मुझसे मना कर दिया, डांट दिया था मुझे. अरे भैया दोबारा करो. Don't fear. उस टाइम हो सकता है उसका मूड खराब हो. Unless you speak, take action. और more you give a time to the fear, ना वो monster बन जाएगा. और फिर आप कुछ भी नहीं कर पाओ, paralyze नहीं. Then have faith in yourself. Have faith in your capabilities, competencies. Have faith in yourself. Yes, I can do it. And finally, there is no other shortcut to overcome fear. Take action. That is why I say the warrior is fearless, fierce and fast action taker. Limiting beliefs, I have already covered. It is something like that. आपने देखा होगा सर्कस में यंग हाथी को बांध दिया जाता है तो फिर वो 20 साल बाद तो ऐसे ही बंधा रहता है. He knows कि मैं तो ताकत है नहीं तो. So limiting beliefs are like that. और ये limiting beliefs आपको आज पैदा नहीं होते. ये आपके बचपन से how is your bringing up, how have been your college or school days, how have been your friends, how have been your surrounding, those give you the limiting beliefs. And it is all life in the world, who is not smart, not educated enough. All bullshit. Don't worry for that. So, how do we develop courage? There is no pill. मेडिकल स्टोर पर जाओ बोलो मुझे करेज की पिल दे दो. ऐसा कुछ भी नहीं है जिंदगी में. जिंदगी ऐसे नहीं चल रही है. जिंदगी के लिए जब फियर लगता है और करेजियस होना है तो जिंदगी में जहां भी ऑब्स्टेकल्स आते हैं, टेक एक्शन and proceed, and then you will become courageous. When you can overcome one difficulty, then that difficulty again you will be ready to take on. So you need to take action with calculated risk. So now I am coming to the concluding part, my vision. That is where I can give the example. A world where everyone is unhooked from their past and winning life like a warrior. Warrior I have already defined. Okay? Who is fearless, fierce and achiever. That is my vision of helping people. And my mission is to help at least 1 million people to unhook from their past and win life like a warrior through my unique framework which I call it a wow, wheel of warrior. So I will just disclose what is my framework. And ladies and gentlemen, we carry that framework and follow that. I am sure your life will be beautiful. So the wheel of warrior. I am from the military, so I talk military way. First is the military leadership. Leadership is the common everywhere. There is nothing very different. You be influencer, command influence. And then be the time conscious. Ladies and gentlemen, you must understand one thing. The only thing in life which is not unlimited or which is limited is your time. Money is infinite in this world. Every other thing is infinite. What is limited with you is time. And the COVID has made you realize that. You don't know what is happening tomorrow. So whatever best you want to give back or do in this society, do it now. So, let's see this wheel of warrior. So I talked about the warrior. Warrior, there are 7 letters. W, A, R, I, O, R. So what is for W? Winning mindset. You should have a mindset of a winner. Come what way, I will win. Any sportsman, any field, unless you have that mindset of winner, you are already lost. alter your attitude. Always have the attitude of gratitude. That whatever I am today is because of the people around me. Because of someone else who has contributed in my life. So be grateful to the Almighty, to the people around you. That is the second thought process you should develop. Remove clutter from your life. The remove clutter from your life means physical clutter, mental clutter, social clutter, or even the digital clutter. आज का सबसे बड़ा clutter है your mobile. You waste so much of time unnecessarily flipping through it. That is the biggest clutter. Social clutter, wherever the toxicity is there, remove them. They are not going to help you. If you want to grow really, you remove these clutters. I am telling you, you will become beautiful. Then reinvent yourself. Once you have done all these steps, build mindset, ultimately to remove clutter, you are reinventing yourself. You have become version 2.0. And of course, the life will become beautiful. Then become someone who inspires others. See, अपने लिए तो दुनिया करती है, अपने लिए, अपनी फैमिली, बच्चों के सब कोई करता है. But do something, become something where you can influence others, inspire others, so that they also follow, their life also become meaningful. Finally, overcome your fears. And after doing all these 6 steps, we have reached up to what? And final step is reap the rewards. If you achieve these all 6 steps, you are going to reap the rewards of your life. So thank you, gentlemen. I finished my talk here. I hope I will.
Thank you so much, sir, for a very inspiring session. I'm sure after listening to you, we all can take forward our lives from stage 1 of insecurity to stage 5 of spirituality. We also learned so much about how can we find the right purpose in our lives. And I'm sure today we can all take back home the right steps that we need to take in order to live our lives with passion. One thing that you've talked about courage really inspired me, and what I can remember, the 2 lines for it is that ए परिंदे नीचे बैठकर क्या आसमान देखता है, ए परिंदे नीचे बैठकर क्या आसमान देखता है, परों को खोल अपने कि ये जमाना उड़ान देखता है. So thank you so much for taking your valuable time and giving your insights about how to live your life with passion. And for that, we would like to appreciate you. We would like to present a small token of gratitude. To do the honors, I'd like to call upon the stage Mr. Rajiv Yadav from your Adani company.
मिडल में ले लेना 1 मिनट.